President Uhuru Kenyatta's recent remarks that he does not back calls for a referendum have been taken out of context. The president did not imply that he wants nothing to do with the popular vote. He pointed out that the referendum talk should not overshadow the Big Four agenda. Uhuru wants his Big Four to be prioritized because they are more urgent than the calls for constitutional changes. But woe to those who are quick to interpret his sentiments to suit their political expectations and stand on the hot issue. If it were an earthquake, the Uhuru-Raila handshake would be 7.9 on the Richter scale. It pulverized the ground on which some politicians stand as they wait to occupy State House in 2022. 14-member team of advisors is ready to start work to ensure the implementation of the agreement between the two leaders. It will start work early June. With all these arrangements, it would be foolhardy to imagine that the referendum campaign is stillborn. It may be scaled down, but it will not die. To lean on the hope that your referendum worries have disappeared following Uhuru's remarks is fooling oneself. The train left the station as soon as Raila Odinga and Uhuru shook hands. For the March 9th handshake, there was zero talk on referendum. The handshake, therefore, is the genesis of the plebiscite campaign. Uhuru and Raila's Building Bridges agreement has 9 goals. We do not know which one is which, but be assured referendum is one of them. So, stay tuned. Raila has been around for many years. He cannot wake up one morning and start talking about a referendum. Uhuru must have rested this mandate on the maverick politicians' shoulders while they sealed their agreement. But since some politicians are uncomfortable with Raila, someone else should articulate the pros and cons of the referendum until a later date, when those against it are convinced that there is nothing they can do about it as its time would have come. A cowbell of busybodies thinks the referendum talk is targeting them. Well, one day, they might be surprised that the popular vote could actually benefit them. A wise man, woman keeps her mouth shut when he has little understanding of a subject. The president's remarks were informed by the fact that since March 9th, Jubilee and the opposition have developed huge cracks. As a result, some politicians have run amok using every available opportunity to visit every corner of the country to talk about nothing but the handshake and the referendum. Some do not care who their audiences are as long as there is a listening ear. They pour their hearts out to mourners, church congregations, pupils, ad infinitum. The thought that they could be official opposition leaders in 2022 keeps them in a perpetual state of fear and complex shadowboxing. We cannot continue living in perpetual conflict when the solution for lasting peace and stability lies in changing the laws governing the land. Why are we afraid of changing the Constitution? Did we not launch it in 2010 with the agreement that some sections and articles would be amended in due course? Why are we feigning ignorance when we revisit August 2010? Enough of the pretense. Our dreams and aspirations as a country are paramount and supreme to the ambitions of a few who want to put us in an awkward position for their own selfish motives. The referendum will come to pass. Those who will be swept away in the constitutional deluge should take it in stride.